This is the first way that you're going to learn how to factor, and always the first thing you want to look for when you are factoring. So we're going to factor out the greatest common factor from each of these. So it's exactly what it sounds like. You're going to look for the largest factor that goes into both. So the largest factor that goes into 6x squared and negative 9x would be 3x, because 3x goes into 6x squared and 3x goes into 9x. So now we divide each of those terms by 3x. So 3x goes into 6x squared 2x times, because 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x goes into negative 9x, negative 3 times, because 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. So you could check it by remultiplying it. So you check it by distributing. So 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. And that is exactly what we started with. So this is your factored form. For number 2, we're going to do the same thing. Look for the greatest common factor that goes into 24x cubed, 8x squared, and 12x. So the greatest common factor between 24, 8, and 12 is 4. The greatest common factor between x cubed, x squared, and x is simply x, because x goes into all three of those. So now we're going to divide each of those terms by 4x. So 4x goes into 24x cubed, 6x squared times. 4x goes into negative 8x squared, negative 2x. And 4x goes into 12x 3 times. Once again, let's check it by distributing and make sure that we have what we started with. 4x times 6x squared is 24x cubed. 4x times negative 2x is negative 8x squared. And 4x times 3 is 12x, which is exactly what we started with. So that tells us that this is the factored form.